Hi, welcome to the first layout update. I'm going to take you on a tour of the layout and show you what's what. The layout itself is called Badges Cross, and the reason I named it that is because it's the name of the street that the house is on. The layout's quite simple really. I've got a small plan here that I sketched up when developing it. It's followed fairly closely to this. And I'll show you exactly what it looks like in the flesh. Okay, on this sort of side of the layout then we have a small fettle yard and a couple of sidings and also the TMD. The TMD area then, it's got 4 sidings going into the shed itself, and what I'd like to do in future plans is concrete the area of hard standing to allow sort of more access for the workforce, if you like, add a bit of scenic to the area. We have a siding that comes up parallel to the line to the TMD shed, past the fuel depot, and it allows storage for a DMU there, and the coaches can be cleaned off. In the fettle yard then we've got 3 sidings, 1, 2 and 3, that are looped at both ends, so you can get access to them either end. We've got 1 dead end siding here which finishes just there. The layout itself then has 3 lines. We've got the 2 outer lines and then we have the shorter inner line. The lines run then along to a station area here. This is just temporary at the moment to give an idea of the size that I'd like the station to be. On the inside of the 3 lines, we have access then to the TMD area and the sidings and fettle yard. Also, we have 2 branch lines that come off, and they go into this scenic side of the layout, and here will give me the opportunity to add some buildings and a bit more of a scene. The line splits at this point from the station. We have the outside line climbs up a steady elevation round a bend, and it passes over the 2 other lines with a small bridge, and then around, and it continues back on to meet itself. The 2 inner lines then, they follow each other and they join up, and they just run parallel through a tunnel here and round to the left underneath the tunnel, and then they appear back out the other side. What I'm going to do now is just show you the tunnel from the other side, show you how that looks, and the other side of the layout as well. I use for control at the moment the easy command. It's pretty straightforward and to use. I quite like it. The only thing at the moment that's sort of a letdown or a fault with it is you can only use 1 controller, but I'm looking into perhaps getting hold of the Pro version at some point. I'll just pop you down while I move around to the other side of the layout. Okay, on this side of the layout then, looking back from the station, we come over the fettle yard and the TMD area, and we follow the 3 lines around. Again, the outer line branches off slightly as it climbs then, and loops back round above the tunnel entrance where the train is just coming out from now. The two inner lines then, you can see they just continue parallel together and loop back round. On the two inner lines we have access then to these two branch lines that come off that I showed you earlier, where I plan to put some perhaps English china clay works here, something along those lines. The scenic side then of the layout is the future plans are to continue to develop this and to flop the area with static grass at some stage. I've also started to apply a little bit of green scatter turf here, and you can see I have also ballasted the majority of this side of the layout now, and painted the track edges just before I actually applied the ballast. The track obviously needs weathering and further work to it to enhance that. Okay, that's it for now. That's the first sort of layout update and a little tour for you. If I do anything significant, then I may do another layout update for you.